We have 2 games remaining and we need 4 points from them to guarantee ourselves the third division title. Can we get the points we need today? Let's get into the episode and find out. Welcome back then, guys, to the Red Devil Revival here on LS Plays FM for what is our final episode of this season, our very first one with Kaiserslautern, and of course, as I've just mentioned in the intro, a chance to secure the third division title. Now, if you missed the previous episode where we had a chance of securing promotion, as you may have guessed, I won't try and spoil it, but you probably have seen on the screen, there'll be a link right above me for you to click on so you can go back and watch that video. As well, guys, before we do get going properly with this final episode of the season, if you do enjoy today's video, guys, please do chuck a like down onto it. As I always say, it massively does help the channel out. And if you're looking forward to seeing any more of my content here on YouTube, such as any FM21 experiments, much like my 500 years late video, which went live on the channel only last week, or any of my FM21 tactics videos, which there should hopefully maybe be a new one coming very shortly in the future, then do make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to be notified when any of my content here on YouTube goes live. Now then, though, let's get into today's episode. We haven't played any other games from last episode because, of course, last time out, and spoiler here, guys, if you are wanting to go and see that previous episode, go back and watch it now because I'm about to say what happened, because we ended up getting promoted. We beat 1860 Munich and we beat Erdingen to guarantee ourselves at least the top 2 positions in the league and to make it so we have a 3-point gap over second place Dresden, knowing we need 4 points as a minimum to guarantee ourselves the title. If Dresden lose or draw both of their games, then it doesn't matter what happens, we will be guaranteed first position. The games we have up today, though, are Viktoria Koln, who are down in 15th, and then already relegated bottom of the league, Verl, as well. So 2 games that realistically we should be getting at least 4 points from. The first one is Viktoria Koln, and the lineup that we are going with for this match is Krapikas in net, by far one of our best players of the whole season. Then Kraus, Sickinger and Kobold. Moray at right back, Hercher at left back. Is then Shifshi as the DLP. Unfortunately, Johnny Williams is still out with a slight knock, so he has not come back into the squad as of yet. It's then Tim Reeder as the ball-winning midfielder on defend. Then Enzo Zidane at advanced playmaker. Ritter as the shadow striker. And Marvin Pori in what could be the last episode we see him in, unless we end up getting him on a permanent deal following on from his loan spell, up front. That's how we're going to line up. Let's get the side submitted for the first of the 2 games in today's episode here away at Viktoria Koln. I'm hopeful to at least get a draw with this and then to go and smash Verl at home, but if it ends up being that we beat them, fantastic. We need to make sure we don't avoid defeat. Koln have been quite decent in recent fixtures. They beat Erdingen not too long ago to realistically hand us promotion as well. I'm going to say, point the finger at them. We should be winning this one fairly comfortably. Play your own game and we'll win. Some of the boys were bothered, others not so much. But overall, I've got most of the lads on side there with that team talk. Now then, I'll also mention before we do get going, guys, if you're interested in Twitch at all, I have my Norwich City Twitch stream save, which is linked down in the pinned comment and in the description. If you want to go over, drop a follow on the channel and then come along whenever we go live. We normally stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. And at the moment, we are in a 4th season with Norwich and we're doing pretty well. It's quite an inconsistent season. Hang on, there's an early chance there. Krapikas. One hell of a decent save there. Trying to keep that clean sheet record as per usual. I think he's on 21 or 22 for the season in the league. As I say, if you are interested in Twitch, just use the links below. Go and drop a follow on the channel and you'll be notified whenever we go live over there. So far, a very quiet opening first half in this game. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not too upset either way. How are Dresden getting on? Dresden are currently 0-0 with Tokuju, who are up there in 8th position. So they've got arguably a much tougher match than what we have today. And at the moment, a very quiet first half indeed. 0-0 at half-time. I'm going to say to lads, I'm not happy because realistically, it's not good enough from us. They are 15th in the league and we are doing very little just across the board. A very, very drab opening match. I say a draw, not the end of the world, but Ritter with a free kick here. He puts the ball in to Reeder. The keeper come out. He was in completely no man's land and Reeder had an open net to head into and he headed it over. I've just seen Dresden have just scored, by the way, so they are now leading 1-0, which means that should results stay as they are, there will only be a 1-point gap between ourselves and Dresden, meaning we have to realistically win our final game of the season in order to confirm ourselves as champions. But there is a highlight here. 70 minutes played. We score here. We are in one hell of a chance of winning the third division title. I don't think Kaiserslautern have ever won the third division in their history, mainly because in fact that only a couple of years ago they actually fell into the third division when they got relegated. Hang on, Pori here, he's gone for it from range. Marvin Pori with his 20th of the season. He's obviously trying to convince us to actually buy him on a permanent deal once we've gone up into the second division. We could end up doing it. We do have enough money to do so. I think the figure they want is about £250,000. We have at least £1 million to spend in terms of our transfer budget. A lovely finish there from Pori from outside the box on his weaker left foot as well. A really, really good finish. In terms of positions I want to strengthen for next season, I'm really not quite sure. Definitely wing backs, 100%. I want to get another centre back in as well. Obviously, we have to bring in a new keeper if Krapikas decides to leave, or if we can't get him back for another year. And probably the centre of midfield is the main area I want to improve upon. I feel that's one of our weakest areas in the side. I'm going to sub off Reader for Schmieder back, by the way. I'm also going to give Johnny Williams a few minutes here as the DLP and see quite how they get on in those respective roles. Not changing anything up tactically, we're playing pretty well. I'm happy with how we're doing. Mainly just want to give some players some more game time, get some more fitness for the likes of Johnny Williams, make it so maybe he'll be available for our final game of the season when we take on Verl at home. If we end up winning this game, it pretty much does guarantee us to win the title. We have to somehow lose against the side that are already confirmed as relegated bottom of the league, which is very unlikely considering how bad they have been all season. And I know we have already beaten them once this year already. Well, I'm saying that we're putting that screwing it up now. But it looks like we're whizzing all the way through. Indeed we are. We have finished with a drab 1-0 win. We had one effort from range. We scored it. Other than that, really, Viktoria Koln, look at the XG, had the better chances in that match. But at the end of the day, I don't care. Win's a win. They always say if you win games playing badly, it is the sign of champions. Not sure what on earth FM is doing there. But anyway, we go in after that game. Dresden won it 3-0. We still have a 3-point gap and a 6-goal difference advantage as well. So realistically, even if we were to lose, providing that Dresden don't absolutely smash their final opponent of the season, we could still be coming away as champions anyway. But anyway, that game is wrapped up. Let's carry on then to our final game of the season, the home game with Verl, and I will see you for that one in a few seconds. Here we are then now for our final game of the episode, the final one of the season as well, knowing at least a point will guarantee us the third division title. In terms of the squad, it is basically as full strength as it can be. There's a few little knocks and niggly little injuries which may hamper us as we go through the match, but hopefully it won't be too much of a problem. It's still Krapikas in there. It's still the same back three of Kraus, Sickinger and Kobold. Kobold with a slight knock. I think he's basically gashed his knee. It's only a very small one, but he should be okay to play. Then Francis comes back in at right back, Hercher as left back. Enzo Zidane then comes back in as a DLP with Reader as the ball midfielder. Johnny Williams then comes back in as the advanced playmaker. Ritter as the shadow striker, and Marvin Pori up front. It's worth noting with Ritter, by the way, if he scores or gets an assist in this game, he gets given like 50 grand, which, to be totally honest, is not bad at all. He has one of those combined goals and assist things of at least 25 in the season. It shows you just how well that man has been playing this season. I'm going to get the lads submitted for this game. The bottom of the league side in Verl. It should be a really, really comfortable win, this one. Inevitably now, I've said it though, it won't happen. But I mean, that team talk has just gone bloody brilliantly. I said we're favourites for a reason. Everyone but Enzo Zidane looks over the moon. And I've managed to convince him as well. So a very, very good team talk, that is for sure. In terms of the tactic that Verl are playing, let's have a little look once it swaps to them. Of course, there's our 5-2-2-1 formation. Verl are going with a 4-4-1-1. A very poor form. They've lost their most recent 4 fixtures. Not good stuff from them at all. They've only got 17 points all season. So if we drop any to them here, that is just atrocious. Dresden taking on Wiesbaden away, so a very, very tough side that they have to play, unlike ourselves playing arguably the worst team in the division by a distance. There's an early highlight here, only 3 minutes into the game. And one thing I just want to mention to you guys as well, just so you're aware, one of our centre-backs, Sickinger, the libero, Pori, great ball. Is he on? How has he missed? I think he was offside anyway, so he's lucky he was offside. That was a terrible effort from Pori there. But yes, Sickinger, our central of the three defenders, the libero, Carlos Sickinger, his contract is expiring at the end of the season and he does not want to talk to me. He isn't happy for whatever reason. So it looks like he may well be leaving the club. So definitely we could have to be looking to strengthen our centre-backs come next season. Ritter here goes for goal. I didn't think he was going to go for goal from that effort. Considering where the ball was, I thought he was going to whip it in. But he went for it nonetheless and he smashed the post. My goodness, he wants that 50 grand, does old Marlon. That is for sure. And also with Marlon, by the way, I have actually extended his contract. I think I've extended it by 2 years. I can't remember off the top of my head, but he should be with us for quite some time. I've just spotted, by the way, with Dresden, they are now losing 1-0. So unless there's a dramatic turnaround and a good few goals, and obviously we have to concede, we are coming away as champions of the Bundesliga 3, or the dry Bundesliga, whatever you want to call it. Come on, lads. Let's actually go and win this game now. Let's go and finish off in style. Put a few goals past the relegated side. Francis, decent ball to Pori. Wasn't really a chance, was it? It was very much a half chance. It's a header from the edge of the box. Not a bad showing there. I mean, it could have been better, though. And it looks like we're going to go into half-time, though, at 0-0. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe there will be a goal here at the end of the half. Hercher, the ball's ricocheting all over the place. Don't concede to Verl, please, boys. Honestly, that would be horrendous if we concede to them. They're the worst side by a distance. Don't be that crap. Okay, Kraus with good bit of defending there. He heads the ball clear. Come on. Enzo Zidane to Johnny Williams. Now to Francis. Come on, Francis. He's not had too much game time. He's had a few little injuries since he's arrived. I've not been too convinced by him. That ball, though, was awful. A really unnecessarily risky pass, but there's a mistake there. Pori now, he's got the ball back to Johnny Williams on what could be his final game. Now Ritter, Francis here at the right-hand side, back to Williams, to Pori. It's a foul. Ritter wants to take it. Go on then, we'll let Ritter take it. Go on, let's see if we can get him his 50 grand. He's missed the last 2 that he's taken though. So, I'll be honest, I'm not that convinced. Last time I let Enzo Zidane take one and he scored it. Ritter steps up though to make it 1-0. He just about manages to squeeze it past the keeper. The keeper did get a touch to it. But thankfully, we do go 1-0 up in the final minute even of the first half. Flipping it, Marlon. His penalties. I need to get a better penalty taker, really do. And literally, as we scored that as well, Dresden scored an equaliser away at Wiesbaden. I'm going to go and say to lads, hand in pocket, don't get complacent out there. I'm pretty happy with that team talk. Just going to go out there for second half, not really change anything else around. In terms of other positions, I don't think I'm going to sign Johnny Williams. He is available on a free. Kevin Kraus makes it 2. I presume Ritter with the assist as well. 2-0 up. Very, very nice stuff indeed. I was going to say with Johnny Williams, he is coming up on a free transfer. I'm not going to actually bring him into the club there. I've already spotted some other players I may look to bring in. Of course, if I go do any transfers like that, it will be next episode, of course, when we begin our new season in the second tier of German football. But I've already spotted a few. So Johnny Williams, this is definitely his last game. Krapikas, there is a chance we can get him. We may have to sign him permanently. I think there's an option to sign him for about 2 million quid. So I might be able to negotiate that around, maybe sell some players on. We'll have to wait and see. But if I can sign him, I think I'd like to. He's been a fantastic player. Hang on, Janjic. I was offside. I was about to say, literally, I was saying about Krapikas being a great player and he then just conceded. That wasn't really his fault, though. That was just poor marking, but thankfully it turned out to be offside nonetheless. Let's make some changes. Final game of the season. Let's get some other players. I'm going to get the young right back Yanis Held on as the right wing back there for Francis. I'm also going to bring on Schmieder back. This will probably be his last game as well. His contract's coming up. I'm choosing not to extend it for him. He's not done enough and he's on a lot of money. So I think it's just fair to let him go. I don't know who else I might bring on. I might bring on Rursa maybe, or Redondo. Redondo I will probably be trying to sell in the summer. He's got a bit of value behind his name and he's on a big old contract. So I think that is what I will be doing. I'm going to take off Ritter then for Redondo. We'll get him on as a shadow striker. He's finally learned to actually play that role now. But as I say, I think he's on too much money to be like a rotation player. So he'll probably be someone else that ends up getting shipped out in the summer. It looks like, though, we're going to finish as 2-0 winners. Dresden have won their game 3-1. Indeed, we have won it. We are going to then be crowned as the 3rd Division champions. Our first season with Kaiserslautern. I did not think it would go this well. I honestly did not. But the boys have proved me wrong. I have now lifted up the trophy and handed it there to, I presume, Kevin Kraus. I think he's our captain. And they're about to lift it. And indeed, we are champions. A fantastic end to a fantastic season. We began it very, very much indifferent. We really did. It was very inconsistent, all the football we were playing. And then after January, we really we tweaked some of the tactic. We changed some of the personnel in the squad. and things just couldn't stop ticking for us. We kept winning and winning and winning. We went on some fantastic form, and we've ended up coming away as third division champions. And I'm really confident going into next season of us staying up. I don't think we'll be challenging around like the top end of the table. I think mid-table top half is very much achievable, though, if we can keep the majority of the squad and improve on it in certain positions. I'm just going to say to the lads, congratulations. They're all happy about that, of course. They're now champions, so why would they not be over the moon about that? In terms of the sides that went down, Haller, Unterhaching and Meppen went down with Verl. I'll have a look at their teams if there's any players I can maybe pinch from their sides. And Erdingen ended up getting third place. So we're going up with Dresden, and we may possibly going up with Erdingen as well, depending, of course, who they beat from the league above. In terms of the squad, I've mentioned a few players that I'm going to look to try and improve upon. Definitely, we're going to have to look in midfield because Enzo Zidane isn't really good enough. Reader, his contract's coming up, and currently I can't agree a deal with him either. He wants way too much money. He wants like $8,000 to be a starter or squad rotation player, so I'm not too sure on him. And of course, I've already said about Williams, he's heading out the door as well, so we'll definitely look to improve the midfield. Wing backs I'm kind of happy with. I just want to get maybe a first choice left back, because obviously Halushek's going to go, so Hertz could maybe become the rotation option. We'll wait and see on that. The back three I'm happy with, but Kulsikinger, I don't know if we're able to convince him to stay. If we can't, I'll bring in another one, and then goalkeeper, we'll have to wait and see quite what happens with that one. In terms, though, of the stats and everything like that, if I go on to the Dry Liga, so you can have a look. Pori finished as the runner-up for the highest goal scorer. He had 19 goals in the league. He had a very, very good season. He really, really did. You then, though, had Marlon Ritter with the highest average rating. The man was a machine, and I just think it's best for me to show you this. If you look at him, he looks really bloody good. When you look at his report, they reckon he's a good player for Bundesliga size. So, you know, says kind of how good he is. He's absolutely phenomenal. He also finished second in the assist charts as well. And he also, of course, had 12 goals to his name. So, you know, you look at that. Fantastic stuff from him. Ritter had the most player of the match awards. You then had Pori had the third highest amount. Krapikaz had the most clean sheets. He didn't quite beat the record, by the way, for the most clean sheets ever in the Bundesliga 3. It was also at 23, so he has levelled on that. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite get enough clean sheets. One more would have taken him over that tally, but even so, he had a fantastic season as well. And overall, the whole side had a fantastic season. Overall, though, guys, that just about wraps up this episode here today and this season as a whole. Honestly, coming away as the champions, I am so pleased about. If someone said to me at the beginning of the season, you'd not only be promoted, but you'd be champions, I would have laughed them away. I didn't think the squad that we had here would have been capable of winning the league. I thought it would be definitely capable of challenging for the top 3 positions, maybe sneaking a promotion spot. I did not think, no, we'd be winning the league with as comfortably, really, as it was. Of course, I know Dresden kind of did keep up with us the whole time, and they did at one point. They had a big old lead and then fell away. But even so, we've done phenomenally well this season. And as I've already said, I'm confident about staying up next year. If you did enjoy this video today, guys, if you enjoyed the results and, of course, winning the league, please do chuck a like down onto the video. It always does help the channel out. And, of course, looking forward to seeing any more of my content, such as the Red Devil Revival series, of course, with the new season with Kaiserslautern starting on Wednesday. Then do make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to be notified when any of my content here on YouTube goes live. But guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for sticking with us during the first season, and it's now on to the new season with Kaiserslautern. I will see you all again next time.